Right, so I know it has been a while. Hello, if you're new, which majority of you are maybe new, but my name is AJ.COOPER, and I'm one of your favorite fitness coaches. Basically, this is just a journal. I can't even get that up. That's crazy. Last I did was hamstrings 2 days ago. Then I think it was, I want to say yesterday we did calf raises and lower all those back muscles. We were feeling that when we did the lower back. It wasn't a bad feeling. It just was like an awareness. I could see how these muscles are connected. So I went down on weight and see if I can get it up. And even that's heavy. Do some of these warm up. See where we're at. Honestly, don't even feel it too much in my quads. Definitely my hamstrings. And we did glutes alongside with the calf raises. I feel like my legs are good. Oh, we'll just stay at a low weight, build up to it. My back and my legs, they burning. And I see I use some of that for this motion. So we'll just stay low, finish our sets out. I'm gonna continue with what I had planned just to see where I'm at. And maybe I just need to do lighter weight, which internally will make it stronger. Safe, doing it safely though, not overloading it. So right now I'm at a low weight. We're trying to get 8 to 12, 3 sets. It's not as heavy as it was the first time. I had a little brain fart. I notice also when I'm doing this one, I can also engage my core, which is like my lower ab range. Whenever we lift up, we squeeze those quads, squeeze that core, come down, release it, breathe. Count that as 1 set. I feel like I can go up a little bit more. So that's what I'm gonna do. I feel like I still had more in me. I just had a brain fart of counting how many reps I was on. That's also good to have a partner, a swole mate, a spotter, team member, whatever you want to call them, a friend with you. Especially if they pay attention to your reps, how many you did. Be one less thing you have to think about as you're going. Another reason why you should hire a personal trainer also. You don't got to worry about the counts. The personal trainer got you. He or she set the program for you, so they better know the reps. And if you're doing it correctly and not cheating yourself, and I know you wouldn't want to cheat yourself either, so everybody wins. All right. There we go. That's good. So this is, we started with 20, we're at 30, and that felt pretty good. So we're gonna stay there for our last set. And you have to remember that too. Each gym has different machinery. So what I may be doing here, that's 30 pounds, that says it's 30 pounds, may not be somebody else's gym's 30 pounds. So just be wary of that. Main thing is just listen to your body. If you're on a program or if you're just starting out and you're doing 8 to 12 reps, if you're doing 8 to 12 reps, whenever you pick up a weight that you think you can do, or what I tell everyone to do is start light. And if you can do more than 12, you feel like you can do 13, 14, 15, 16, up to 20, then you need to go up on that weight. Your goal is whenever you feel like, for me, whenever I get to 9 or 10, and I'm like, and I gotta push that last 2 or 3 out, 12, that's when I know that's the weight I need to be at. Now, if you want to, and you can't even get to 8, you like 3, your whole body shaking, that weight is too heavy for you. Don't do that to yourself. All right, last set. I'm not gonna lie. Setting up can be tedious at times because it's not just you set it and you just hit play. Now you got to get the angles, make sure the audio's good, make sure the lighting's okay, positioning, make sure the camera's not in nobody's way. They can walk and do what they need to do. And I feel like I just got into a tantrum talking about recording and I didn't do my last set. I don't know. We'll just do one more. I think this is the last one. We'll review it later. Whew. That was the last one. I thought about something doing editing when it's time to edit. So we're moving away from this machine. I'm gonna get into tricep pull downs. All right, we need to move on. I feel like I got stuck here. Tricep pull downs. All right, so this is tricep pull downs. All right, so sometimes on my first set, I try to treat it as a warm up set. But what I do is I start light because sometimes I don't got my cheat sheet with me that tells me, hey, last time I was on this, I did 50 pounds, I did 60 pounds, which is something good to have so you can keep record. But if you're just trying to go through the motion, start light, we're still trying to do 8 to 12. But once I get to that 12, or you'll know, if I get to 12 and I feel like I can do more, I usually stay in that till I get to 20. And that's my warm up rep. And then that lets me know I can go higher from there with weights. Usually I do like measurements of 10 pounds, sometimes measurements of 5. I ain't gonna cap, or I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes it is just 5 more pounds, and then I find that I'm good at that weight. So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna do 60 because I'm feeling myself. But if it's too heavy where I can't get 8 to 12, we'll go down to 50. So this is gonna be my official first set. So I got 12. I did feel like I can go a little bit more than 12, seeing that I'm only doing 3 sets of these. I like to think about, I know that on the third set, it's going to be a little bit harder than my first. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes your third set, beast mode kicks in and you throwing up the weight. But pretty much what we're going to do is go up and then see how much we get. Hopefully we're between that 8 and 12 range. So we're going to do 70. Usually on my watch too, I do like a little timer for rest. Usually between 45, 30 seconds. I felt like that's a good for me. Sometimes if you're just starting out, you can do a little bit longer rest. I feel like it depends on how hard you're working out too, though. Not how hard you're working out, but how hard the workout is. Because another key factor that we want while we're working out, just like when you're running or doing hits, you want your heart rate to go up. You want that blood pumping, flowing. So the shorter the breaks, the less time it gives your heart rate that time to reset or slow down. But then afterwards, after you do your sets, of course, you want to take that break. So you got to have a balance. It's not like you're just going all in. All right, let's get it. This is set number 2, 70. All right, see, that was a good one. That was good. I don't know if you noticed, but when I was going down and I got to like 8, 9, you can see, or for me, I can feel, if you're watching, you can see that I had to put a little bit more force in it for these last ones, but I got it to 12, which is good. So this means this is a good weight I need to be at, which is 70. Of course, I found that out on the second set. The initially first set is that warm up, and then we have the, what did we call it? Official set, then the second set. So we got that. So now the third set's up, and we're gonna keep it on that weight. And this is why I said, if you have like a cheat sheet where you know what you did, you can, on that first set, the warm-up set, you can gauge where you're at. So let's say if I knew my cheat sheet said 70, then I probably would have started my warm-up set at 50. If they have 55, 60, 65, between that 10 to 15 range weight, that's what I would have did for my warm-up, and then put 70 on for that official set. And then from there, gauged it. Hopefully we're getting to 75, 80, gradually get into that one. So we know we're getting stronger. We're still keeping the form and avoiding injuries. So here we go, third set. A lot of talking. Let's get to it. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Feels good. All right. So that would complete the first workout in a sense. Because I group them. I usually do one lower body, one upper body. And I try to mimic the motion from the lower body that the upper body does. So what we just did was our first workout group, and I have one more to go. So we usually do 2 workout groups and then a core and a hip. I think I'm gonna take a little easy on the core today and do hip. So next up, what did I have next up? This is why it's good to have a cheat sheet. You wanna be prepared and not thinking about what you need to be doing while you in the gym. Because you're just wasting time and energy. And that stuff can get frustrating. And also have a backup. But you'll get there. If you're just starting out, you don't got to worry about that. But eventually you will want to know what the backup. But that's what I'm here for. I'm going to help you learn and see the difference in how exercising and using machines and doing body weight and using free weights, how you can mimic different exercises, different workouts to do exactly, if not better, results that fit you. So that's what we're going to be thinking about as we do these workouts. All right, so we're going to do forearm. There's different ways you can do it. This one's going to be a little bit newer for me, newer way of doing this exercise. I'm going to try to attempt to do 10 pounds because I do want a big forearm. So I want my forearms how I want my legs, how my quads are. But I guess forearm is more so like, I don't know, calf muscles, your shins. Anyway, I do want bigger arms, so we're gonna do 10 pounds. The sliding's not the best. So here we go. Now, the funny thing is, I'm probably not gonna remember the order I went in, but that's fine. I know I did 4 different variations of that, which is good because I feel like it felt pretty good. I did each one 10 reps, so a total of 40 lifts. 10s weren't too bad. 10s weren't too bad. That left arm feel like it's taking a beating, baby. Let's get it. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, them 10s getting a little bit heavier. Just a little bit heavier. I also ain't gonna lie, I really don't feel like doing no hip stretches, but I'm sure it's gonna be really needed. I'm gonna do my favorite one, which is the hip flexor. And then we'll go into the butterfly. I have to understand that you're trying to get to know me and I'm not trying to play hard to get. So that was forearm. Like I said, I switched that one up. That was a new for me. I may need to practice that a little bit more to get the full effect. But that's the whole journey of fitness. You're not always gonna do the same thing that you did when you first started. And that's okay. It just kind of evolves as you go, which that's life. And we all need to evolve in our rightful places. And I pray that as you evolve in your rightful places, it's for the kingdom. My apartment complex getting so ghetto, y'all. So favorite work, no, it's not my favorite workout, but my favorite hip workout. If I'm gonna do a hip workout or hip stretch, we'll do 1 minute. I feel good. But of course, you're not 1 minute, you're not full stretch the whole minute. Relax and get your foot in. Try to get a deeper stretch. So like that is to feel it in this area. Your hips. Sometimes you feel it in your glutes. I know some of my objectives have changed. My goals have changed when it comes to fitness. Definitely at the top of it is longevity. The reason why is because we are getting older. I said we, but I am getting older, and just having an injury on my shoulder a couple months back and still recovering from it. Just the thought of being at an older age and experiencing that, I feel like I know I don't want to go through that at that age or just randomly hurting or from something that can be preventable. Of course, I know as you age, things happen, but I feel like I'm gonna have to keep up with the aging factor. And if I can stay ahead of that, and if it's in God's will, then your boy would be good. Longevity. So that's number one. Let me start this timer. I'll say that's number one. Another thing is I want to sleep better. So I started working out a little bit earlier instead of late at night, late in the evening. But you can figure out which one works best for you, because 5 a.m. in the morning wasn't good for me either. Even though I feel like I had more of a day when I did that, but the way my schedule set up or the way my sleeping habits are, we still have to work on that. That's going to take some real dedication. I applaud my early birds because it ain't easy. And then you got to go work out. I feel like my left side is a little bit more flexier than my right side. Funny thing is, when I became a fitness trainer, I also was learning more about myself, studying more about my body and being able to create programs and see where I have inactive and underactive muscles, what things I need to work on. Working at the gym, I realized that your boy had some weak hips. Never really, well, I know I used them whenever I played sports, but I haven't played sports in so long. Like pickup games in so long, once or twice a year, if that. So your boy had weak hips, and I was determined. So I'm gonna get my hips stronger, and that's what I did. Just know that your boy hips getting stronger because of these stretches we're doing. I think I should play. That's crazy. It might not be fast. It might not be when we want it exactly, but our bodies were made to heal. Internally, externally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Ooh. And the ankle's a little stronger. I can balance that. Use that core too. That's a good stretch. That felt good. All right. I know this is going on 20 minutes. It's long. Baby, definitely feel it. It's been a grip. It's been a minute since I did this stretch. But the legs are getting stronger. Ooh. I feel like because my legs are getting stronger, the stretch is getting a little bit more flexier. I just remembered one. That's a wild stretch, B. Ooh. Told you my left side a little bit more flexier. That's good to know. On my right side, you see I gotta work on that a little bit more. So I can get my hands wrapped around here. I couldn't do that on my right side. This stretch is wild. Push down on that leg, pull up on that knee. All right here. All this. Oh, let's do that one more time. All right, y'all. I feel pretty good. I feel like I can add on to this day where this would be more like a stretch day. I'm glad I did do the quad workout. I feel like even though it was tough at first, it definitely was needed. And I feel like I can do some more stretching too. Especially, I think yesterday we did the incline press. Forearms feel good. Like helping out with the stretching. For the incline press, got my shoulders ready. Incline press. I don't know what I said earlier. Incline press. Lazy tone. I can feel my chest. I can feel a little bit of my shoulder. We did the stretch for the ankles, stretch for the quads, some ab stretching, hip stretch. That's all, folks.